And we're back. Welcome back to Resonance Plays Pillars of Eternity. This is our Path of the Damned playthrough, part 4 for all my friends watching on YouTube. I have no friends. No, I have friends. I'm just demeaning myself for comedic purposes. So we've experienced our first introduction into a key plot in the game. And we shall progress here now. We are on our journey to Gilded Vale. So, we have leveled up, we are fatigued, so let's rest. I have moved the UI part of the game that allows us to rest. So I could not find it. Is there a shortcut for it? Okay, we're just going to do this for now. Let's talk about this now. So when we rest, depending on our survival skill, we can have these bonuses, camping bonuses. The only one that we have available at the moment is damage reduction. So 1 damage reduction after we rest isn't too bad, so we're just going to do that. I will let you watch the rest. I'm really sorry about cutting off that dialogue earlier where the big, scary, bearded man was talking. I didn't do it on purpose. It was an accident. So, okay. Let's level up. Let's loot this corpse first because it's doing my head in. Oh, okay. So we rested and we got some camping supplies. Excellent. So, let me just really quickly, before we level up, talk about another mechanic that is important for different difficulty levels. So, if we hadn't rested just then, and we went and looted this guy and picked up the camping supplies, the game would have told us, computer says no, you cannot pick this up because, excuse me, I'm trying to find camping supplies. Am I blind? Won't be in weapons. No, really, am I blind? Okay, it's going to tell me here. Wow, you're an idiot. So, we had 2 before we rested. If we tried to pick up another one, it would have said, you can't pick up more than 2, because in Path of the Damned, you cannot carry more than 2 camping supplies. That means that if you're in a set dungeon, which has, say, 2 floors, you can only rest twice without finding any more camping supplies. That makes the game harder, because that means that you have to be really selective with how you cast your spells and that. Whereas in easier difficulty levels, you might have 4 camping supply limits. That means you can rest 4 times during that dungeon, unless you find any more camping supplies, which means that you really don't have to worry about if you should be saving your level 6 mage spell, because you won't get to use it again until you rest again. Whereas in this version of the game, because you can only rest twice, you really have to be selective and only cast the bare minimum of powerful spells so that you still have enough to get you through to the end. Otherwise, you have to backtrack, and we're not going to do that. We're going to try and play this as what's the word? Least scummy as possible. So let's just keep exploring here. So let's go all the way around. Lost our companions. But we haven't lost our miniature giant space piglet. Is that what it's called? Giant miniature space piglet. I had a 50-50 chance and stuffed it up. So that was blood moss. Blood moss is one of the better things here. So let's just get out of stealth and walk around a little bit quicker here. Let's see what's over there. That river reed. Is that a corpse? Yes. No. Can't loot it. Well, it is a corpse. We just can't loot it. So what's over here? Outcropping. Lovely. Exaurp. I'm 100% certain I'm mispronouncing this. So he can't see us, which is great. Is it just the one? Oh, he can see it. I don't want... We can fight him, but I don't want to because we can come back to this area. We'll level... I didn't level up! We will level up really soon. I'm just going to finish my train of thought because I'll do the same thing and forget. So, yes, we can come back to this area. So, it is fine if we don't do everything in here right now. And because we're level 1, we are going to just take 400 hours to kill that one Xerb. There's a cave here as well. Oh, why did I go out of stealth?
Steady.
I know what's in the cave. We are just going to get destroyed if we go in there. So let's just keep exploring. Nothing over there. Let's just go into fast mode a little bit. Okay, down here, let's get that young wolf. Can you see us? No. Okay, thank goodness. We're not going to touch you because this is just going to take another 400 years to defeat. Come back. Oop, enemies. I just want to see if you've got friends. But again, we're not going to fight them. We're just going to loot this. Let's see what... let me just see where... if you've got any friends or if you're just a loner. I think you have friends though. Either way, it doesn't matter. We're just going to go around and see if we can go over here and do something. Oh, wolves. There is a pack of wolves over here. I remember now. We don't want that. Let's just see if there's anything. No, I don't think there are any baddies over there. So, let's explore that. What's in here? Here we go. Let's prove my point. You already have the maximum quantity of camping supplies. So, that's what I meant before. Again, level up. I'm so sorry. You're probably thinking, well, you said you were going to level up like 4 hours ago, but you haven't leveled up yet. I don't know why my voice sounds like that when I'm trying to impersonate you. I don't know what you sound like. You could have like the manliest voice ever. Or you could be like, oh, why don't you just level up, please, please, please? I don't know what that was. So let's level up. I spoke over the level up audio, beautiful sound that it makes. Listen to it, listen to it. Listen to the wonderful level up ding noise that it makes when I hit this click. When I hit this click plus button. Okay. Oh, I actually got goosebumps. I don't know why, but it does feel good, doesn't it, when you level up? Oh, it does feel good when you level up, doesn't it? Oh, it's so nice. You're an idiot. Okay, let's keep going. What do we want in this character? I said that I like to get my athletics up first, so let's get that up to 5 so that we don't tire ourselves out all the time. And let's go survival because we want those camping bonus. Stealth. You know what? Give yourself a little bit of stealth first because I'm sick of aggroing from 1,000 miles away. Okay. This is high pressure. This is high pressure to pick the first talents leveling up. So these are our class talents. We've got Intense Flames. It modifies our Flames of Devotion. Adds 25 damage as burn. We're a tank, so we want something tanky, obviously. Untroubled Faith. Modifies Faith and Conviction. The Paladin's beliefs become more than just the sum of their action, his or her action, negating reputations that negatively influence faith and conviction. So, deflection. Wow, that's good. So, if the paladin's beliefs become more than just a sum of his or her actions, negating reputations that negatively influence faith and conviction. I don't know if that just negates if we are aggressive or cruel or something and offsets them by this much. I don't want that just yet anyway, so let's think about that at another point. Deep Faith. Oh, this is what I'm thinking. Yeah, okay. The intensity of the Paladin's faith deepens, granting them increased defensive bonuses to faith and conviction. Faith and conviction modified by 2 plus effect. Yeah, that'll be sweet at some point. Yep. But let's just look at everything else. Strange Mercy when the Paladin defeats an opponent. Nearby Aladins. Oh, allies gain endurance. So this is the order ability that I was talking about before. But we're not going to be defeating any opponents as a tank who has no accuracy, so that's useless. The Paladin's Flames of Devotion heal endurance to nearby allies. That's what I was talking about. We don't want 2-power encounter? That's good. That's actually really good. So we don't want that yet. So we're gonna ignore these offensive talents. We're gonna talk through those when we level up our Star Wars characters. That's a callback to an earlier episode where I made that noise to pretend like it was a rogue stabbing something, and it sounded like a Star Wars laser being shot out. Defensive abilities, talents. Apologies. Hold the line. 1+ enemies engaged. This is great. So a tank wants to hold enemies, and in this game, aggro doesn't work like in most games where the more damage a character does, it's like WoW reference, the more aggro it draws and that kind of thing. Engagement happens when your character comes in contact with the enemy, and that first contact makes them engage one another. If the enemy decides to attack that character, of course. But if we attack the character first, if they're ignoring us, we pull engagement to us. So that's how we can aggro. This allows us to engage more than one enemy. So that is great for holding the line, appropriately titled talent. So then all these snakes, bear, bulls, talents give us reflex, fortitude, and will. Bonuses. Weapon and shield style gives us 6 more deflection. Ooh, and reflex. I think I knew that, I just forgot. When we have a shield and weapon equipped, this is definitely something that we want, but in this early part of the game, I want to be able to hold more people engaged. Graceful retreat grants us more defense when disengaging. So when you're engaged by someone, that sounds kind of romantic, but when you're engaged with an enemy and you want to move away, that's called disengagement, because you're breaking that engagement that you have, that bond. And if you do that, it's basically simulating, say I'm fighting with someone here, disengaging means that I turn my back and run this way, I expose my back, my defenses go down, and they get a free hit with a lot more accuracy because of my lower defense. And this just gives us more defense when we do that if we want to disengage a lot more, but we don't. So we want to hold the line, and we are done. We have leveled up. Yay. So let's proceed. Let's proceed. Ooh. Hello.
Welcome.
This man appears to be hurried, dismantling his camp in quick, jerky movements. He looks up as you approach, his expression tense and drawn. Greetings, he says, a little breathless. On your way south, is it? He wipes his brow, turning to face you. The sooner you're clear of these woods, the better, I think. Our caravan was attacked, dude. I've been trying to get to Gilded Vale. Hard luck. I'm sorry to hear it. You should be fine from here. There's no missing the Vale if you keep up on the road, and you haven't far to walk. But you'll want to keep clear of this place after that. We were attacked north of here. Me and a friend of mine. We came out here to hunt some deer. Came up on a bear instead. Great, monstrous thing. And Pearly, he didn't make it. Shakes his head. I don't know what to tell his wife. You hormone-driven, blood-hungry people, you. In any case, this forest's already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. Who are you? Name's Norton. Born and raised in Gilded Vale. Haven't had a spot of luck since. His face twists. Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. Yep. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. Oh, okay. What happened to your friend? We didn't see it coming. Norton's face shakes a little as he speaks. We were following a stag. Pearly, he saw something in the brambles and went tearing off after it. We all stumbled into the cave. Poor Pearlie didn't stand a chance. The bear was on top of him before we knew what was happening. The beast will take what they will, I suppose. He smiled sadly. And this time, Gallowayne's favour fell upon the bear. Where did you find this bear? In a cave. A ways up that way. He turns to point to the northwest. I wouldn't seek it out if I were you. It is a great brute of a beast. Would hate to hear it took another life. Farewell. That is why we didn't go into the cave. Thank me later. No, we're gonna try and avenge Pearlie's death. Gilded Vale it is. Let's go. Hello, Gilded Vale. You look kind of inviting. I love cities and villages in Hills of Eternity. So again, I'm pressing tab, trying to see what all the stuff that's around. It helps highlight doors. So all these doors that we can see, there are areas we will want to explore.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
He glances at the gnarled, leafless monstrosity in the tree next to him. Do you welcome everyone like this? The only answer you hear is the buzzing of flies from the tree.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
No.
Are you absolutely certain? Lord Raderick has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps to the side and inclines his head ever so slightly towards the deformed tree. I'm an honorable paladin. How dare you speak to me like that?
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with a beerwhack. Is there someone in town who could help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
He pointed to a body hanging from the tree, implying that was an animancer.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It is important that everyone in Gilded Vale understands our rules. Why didn't they speak that? Why didn't they record that audio? You said something about Hollowborn and Widewind's legacy before. He blinks. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon Deerwood for almost 15 years now. He lowers his voice into a whisper. Children born without souls. Wow. He shakes his head. Pitiful, dumb things that breathe barely, but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they're a punishment from the gods. He raises his empty hands. In truth, no one knows, but they begin spreading after the Saints' War. And so the name Weidman's legacy stuck in horror of that foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with vitriol. I see. Lord Radrick's decrees may seem strict at times, but he has our best interests at heart. He nods. Before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near some ruins. He regards you carefully. You want to mind where you mention that. Trespassing on Nguithan ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Barath, have mercy. We certainly have. Maybe so. Like I said, it's best to stay away from these sorts of places.
Keep out of...
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed. 3 bells toll only for the death of a Radrick. I fear Lord Radrick's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
What do you mean? You come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Barath must be redoubled. He sets a gaze on you. You don't want to be aggressive. What happened? He shrugs one bony shoulder. I will know more details when the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth. Vagaries. Slightly appropriate, but that is not your concern. Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you get some rest. The inn or stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know soon enough. Farewell. Well, that was a very friendly welcome. Thank you very much. So people hanging from the tree. Lovely. Beautiful. Let's just save so we don't have to do that again. And there's some leaves here. And some villagers that we won't talk to. Some archers, Ugaret there, sellsword, child. Say hi to the child. This is going to be Brass house now. We'll soon find out what that means. Let's keep exploring here. I feel like my throat's really dry. Pardon the hydration. But that felt good. So Adair here is a very interesting character. We will have a chat to him later because I just want to keep the balance of dialogue, action, and mechanic-y leveling up stuff balanced. So he's going to be chatting to us a fair bit, so let's not talk to him just yet. Let's see if I've missed any loot up here. No, not quite. I should really keep a note when I start recording new episodes for YouTube because I am Twitch streaming this live as well as recording a Let's Play. I'm going to continue because there's no audio here while recording a Let's Play for YouTube. Greetings to any Twitch viewers. I hope you're enjoying the show. My name's Resonance. I'm from Australia. Say hello if you like. Otherwise, enjoy the horrible mispronunciations of my words that have double entendres associated with them as well for your amusement. Not on purpose. I'm not that smart. Aloth. You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggests an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Smooth.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Eora coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
Okay, what's going on here? I'm a paladin of the Wayfarer's Order, and I will bring peace to everything. One of the other men points to the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. Mocking us even while he shelters in our village just goes to show you what kind these fancy dear manners are worth. We don't take to that kind of treatment, not from foreigners, and especially not from Adirians, especially when I'm pissed off my face. The woman looks you up and down. And that means you too. Don't push us.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Fie, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
That's where you're wrong.
Oh, a dare. Seriously, like, you just called that person a something rather. We're gonna say, I don't think attacking him is such a good idea. Well, let's be diplomatic. I need to check what my order thingies are. This is unnecessary. Wouldn't you rather be inside drinking than out here arguing? We don't take orders from any blazing Adirians. We don't take charity neither. It sounds suspiciously like you're defending him. What? That is... We provoked an attack from that. Are you serious? Wow, you're a bit aggro. Alright. Let's go. I can't control him. No. Oh, okay. I knew that they had... So that was going to be easy. Loot! Loot! Let me loot! I'm a loot. I'm a loot hog. I was going to say a naughty word. As the last of the attackers falls, the elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face. So smooth.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
You are welcome. He gives you a quick smile. Courtesy is a rare pleasure in these parts, as is the company of a fellow countryman. He straightens his hood, and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath it is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvisor, at your service.
Resonance at your service too, my friend. Stop calling people's daughters clunk sphinxes. Tell me about yourself. No, don't tell me about yourself. No, tell me about yourself. No. How did you manage to get stuck here? He laughs uncomfortably. That is something of a long story.
Well, I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I'm grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with a caravan, but we were separated near some
In
ruins.
Gwithan ruins?
Yeah.
Those can be dangerous places during the best of
Tell me
times.
about it. Got hit by a
Which
earwax.
these are not. In half the locals would arrest you for trespassing and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious. What exactly did you find there?
I got hit in the head by a beer. A beer whack.
And you survived?
Yep.
I've heard such a thing was impossible. But it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods.
What are you doing in Gilded Vale?
Excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife.
Oh, me
But
too.
I take it that's a familiar tale.
Yep. Great welcome sign right there. I've been experiencing strange things of late. I'm looking for an expert on souls.
Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. And he has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
His darting glance takes in trouble. His darting glance takes in the tumble-down buildings and the fallow, rock-strewn fields. I expect that such expertise would be best sought elsewhere. Why did I find that really hard to read? That was really hard to read for some reason. Just how did you manage to cross those three drunks? We need to know because I was curious.
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
Oops. Sorry. Out of coffee too. You did tell that one of the man to go truck his sister. Ah, that. He clears his throat and adjusts his sleeves. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. Happens all too easily after a few pints, and the accent doesn't help. I did hear the same thing, dude. For just a moment, he looks as if he's about to say something else. His expression brightens with mischief. But before he can speak, he forces a tight smile, biting his lips so hard you expect to see blood. Finally, his face relaxes, and he shakes his head. Okay, I will reenact all of that. So, for a moment, he looks at you as though he's about to say something else. My expression brightens with mischief. But before I can speak, he forces a tight smile, biting his lips so hard you expect to see blood that actually hurts. Face will finally relax, and he shakes his head. I should speak more clearly next time. My apologies, kind sir. You didn't exactly look like a settler. That was an anticlimax to that.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
True. I should get going, man.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
Sure, so do I. Let's go.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Just don't offend anyone during our travels. We have a new party member NPC. That's exciting. I'm doing this because I can hear music in a house next to mine, and it's Slim Shady. So I'm just like, okay. So let's loot this first. I apologize for that outburst. Sometimes I can't control them. Sometimes I just cannot control. Sometimes I can't hide my feeling. That wasn't a song. I just made that up. I just clunked some words with some melodies and made a really high-pitched voice. So hope you enjoyed that. Yes, we have a companion. We have a mage Aloth. He's a wood elf. He's pretty sweet, but we are going to get rid of him as soon as possible because we are going to create our own party members. No, I take that back. It costs copper to create custom party members, and which is what we want to do. But we don't have enough copper to create all 5 remaining members immediately. So we might have Aloth stick around for a little bit to help us out while we create some of the other ones. We want to have a mage, so we will keep him around and just see what happens there while we create some of the other ones who we don't have as NPCs to help us fill a gap in our party that we need. That was slightly inappropriate. So what I'm going to do, I feel like I'm pushing towards the limit of my YouTube video here that it should be at. So what I'm going to do is what I was going to do, if we were going to ditch Aloth, I was going to take all his items and give them to myself so that then we can give them to my other custom character. But we shall not do so. Pardon me. Because we're going to keep Aloth. So we're going to cut the episode there. I'm just going to tease you by showing you the inn and the music. Oh, I love the music. Just like in Baldur's Gate. Excuse me. Okay, enough of that. Yeah, so we're going to call the episode here. Say goodbye to Aloth. Say goodbye to Resonance for now. Hopefully you enjoyed that. We discovered Gilded Vale. We had not a very friendly welcome there at the beginning. We'll try and see what all that is all about and work out what Roderick's problem is. And we're going to try and make some new characters in the next episode. So join me for that. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. And I'm gonna finish these off from now on by saying, if you've enjoyed the episode, please subscribe, hit the like button. It's going to make a big difference to our channel. And I hope you're enjoying the live stream on Twitch as well. So see you soon.